So this is one of the best AI roleplay chatbots of this moment. I'm talking unlimited memory, in-chat images, a very good design. They got tons of characters, tons of story, and almost everything is adjustable, but they made it very easy and you can just hop through the settings. So it's just an overall very good chatbot. Some people even call this a better chatbot than character AI, so I have really high hopes for this. It's called aidungeon, and this week we're gonna do a full aidungeon review. Spoiler ahead, this is not a completely free app. You do need to subscribe to get tokens, which are used for messages. And I know a lot of you guys are complaining that I only review paid apps, but guys, the comments are open. If you have a good free app, then drop a comment and then I'll check it out. But in my opinion, the paid ones are just always better. So if you land on the aidungeon homepage, so I'll leave the link to that in the description, then you'll see something like this. I really like it. It kind of gives you that whole Netflix experience where you have different series and you can just hop through it. Yeah, the overall experience it's definitely great. So they got a ton of categories. You got the aidungeon originals, timeless classics, supervillain RPG. That sounds very fun. Fantasy stuff, You the Dark Lord, that's really interesting. They got an entire Hogwarts school, science fiction, Star Wars universe. They got so much, man. So the cool thing about this is that if you open one of these things, then you can also choose from stuff within that specific series. So for example, if I go to Star Wars universe and I click on play, loading the adventure, then what you'll see is that you can choose the adventure and then you can narrow down your selection by choosing what kind of adventure you want, and then you can start customizing your character. I think for now I'm just gonna stick with one of the originals. You know, you're always good when you choose one of those. On second thought, why not try supervillain RPG? Why not? You play as a supervillain in any place you want, choose your powers, your arch enemy, and exactly how you want your suit made. Okay, so let's just go to play right away. What's your first name? Dave. Jack. So why not? What's your age? I'm 91. I'm a very old supervillain, male. How long is your hair? That's a very weird specific question. 50 centimeter. What's your hair color? Are they gonna ask my social security number next? What's your job? I deliver pizzas. Where do you live? For example, Joker lives in Gotham, Sea Land. What's your secret identity? I am a moody villain who always has a how do I write pessimistic? I just write it like this. Outlook. What's your power? Fill in the blank. You have the power to ... If you have more than one, write something like you have power to fly. I can move fast without making sound. I am super strong. I can talk to cats. That's a very handy superpower. What colors are your supervillain suit? Red. E. What's your arch enemy name? I'm gonna call him Vortex Viper. This goes on for long, man. Holy shit. What's your arch enemy's superpowers? He can fly and shoot lasers.
You are Dave Jackson, a 91-year-old male. You have 50 cm brown hair. You work as I deliver pizzas during the day in Sealand. You have never told anyone your secret. You can't trust anyone with this secret. You are a supervillain. A very good one, in fact. You are known as I am a moody villain who always has a pessimistic outlook. You have the power to I can move fast without making sound. I am super strong. I can talk to cats. Of course, you found it was best to keep a normal life, so you wear a suit when you are causing trouble. Your suit is red and has E. You haven't been a supervillain for long, but in the time you have been, you managed to attract the attention of an annoying superhero. Vortex Viper never backs down from a fight. They keep getting in the way of your plans. The most annoying part is that they have powers that can almost rival your own. They have the power to, he can fly, shoot lasers. For the last week, you have been planning a new way to get rid of that pesky superhero. You decide to take a break from all your planning and decide to go and get some target practice in. You look around the city. You see a group of people practicing archery in a nearby park. You sneer to yourself, finding the idea of using a medieval weapon like a bow and arrow laughable. However, you realize that it could be a good opportunity to hone your own marksmanship skills. You approach the group, trying to blend in with your suit and mask. As you get closer, one of the archers notices you and gives you a friendly nod. Hey there! Nice suit.
Okay, so we got multiple flavors. You can take a turn, continue, retry, or erase. If I do take a turn, I can also choose this. Okay, so you can choose multiple commands. You can say something regular. I don't know what story does. I think do is like action. How we use like bold in roleplay or italics to give like context to the conversation. C is to generate a picture, obviously. So let's just do say, thank you, my evil grandma made my suit.
The archer raises an eyebrow, clearly surprised by your response, but tries to hide it with a polite smile. That's quite a unique family tradition you have there, they say, trying to make conversation.
I'm wondering what the story option does, so I'm just gonna try that. Oh, okay, so you can determine where the story is going. One of the archer almost shoots the other guy. I'm a huge fan of this design, man, how they did it, that your messages, they give it like a different style and everything. It just makes it read very easy.
One of the archer almost shoots the other guy. The archer's comment about your suit breaks your focus for a moment, and you can't help but let out a small chuckle at their reaction. As you regain your composure, you notice one of the archers slightly losing their balance, causing their arrow to veer off course. It narrowly misses another archer, who lets out a relieved sigh. Seeing this as an opportunity to show off your skills, you decide to step in and help.
Another cool thing about AI Dungeon is that if you're kind of stuck, then you can just hit continue and then the story will progress on its own.
You quickly step forward, drawing your sidearm, a sleek, high-tech laser pistol. With a smooth motion, you take aim at the target downrange and squeeze the trigger. A bright red beam lances out, striking the target's center with a loud ping. The other archers turn to look at you, clearly impressed. Wow, nice shot, one of them exclaims. How did you do that?
This is so much fun, man. I'm just quickly gonna go over the settings they have because they have a lot of them. So the way this works is that like everything you do here, it costs tokens. You start with 100 if you have the free plan, and then it costs 1 token depending on the generator that you use. So this one only costs 1. So even with the free plan, you can select different ones. Some are more expensive than the other ones. You can also select some pretty advanced stuff like the memory settings. Basically, the higher you put this slider, the more the AI will remember, so there's a good chance that it will remember stuff you said way earlier. They do have an image generator with the free plan. I think that's very good. If this is free, then it will probably blow my mind. I'm wondering if I can say something like, show me a picture of my surroundings. If you want to use the image generator, you do need to subscribe. Let's just try the other one. Maybe that's free. Pixel art. Okay, that looks like garbage. Alright guys, I do want to show you how good the image generator is, so I'm just gonna purchase it. You are now an AI Dungeon adventurer. Let's go. So what I was wondering is that if I say something like, show me a picture of my surroundings, it would be cool if they show me like archery stuff. I don't really know what I need to think about the image generator. As you can see, it's clearly with a lot of flaws and everything. I do think that if you opt for like a more premium image generator for like $30 a month plan, that you will get like much better images. But yeah, we also have to keep in mind that this app is specifically built for role playing and not really for generating images. So you're probably wondering what AI Dungeon costs. Well, the free plan is pretty much shit. It gives you a couple of messages and the wacky image generator I showed you. You do have this reward system. I even think that you can unlock new stories just by logging in daily. I think that's what this is supposed to mean, but I'm not really sure. Also, it's a bit unclear the pricing page because they all have like different tokens. So basically, the more you pay, the more story generators you get and the better image generators you get. I was on the adventurer plan and I do think that the stories it was able to generate were phenomenal. As for that, I wouldn't really go any higher. I do think that if you want to generate good images, you need at least DALL-E 3. I would suggest the legend plan, but yeah, that's totally up to you. If you just want roleplay, then you can definitely go for the adventurer plan. Also, the more you pay, the more memory snippets you get. So the way this works is that it automatically creates highlights of your story. It remembers those highlights. So if you start like at your house, then you go to a forest, then you go to a castle, then it will make 3 highlights of those scenarios and it will be able to remember things better, or that's how I understand it. So basically, the more you pay, the more of those memory snippets you get. Also, what I like is that if you subscribe to the adventure or the champion package, then you get a free trial trial and you can just cancel it without telling them anything. So you can just try it and see if you like it or not. At the end of the day, do I think AI Dungeon is worth it? Absolutely yes. If you're into role-playing and just generating stories and just a very immersive experience, then I definitely think it's worth it. I hope they will implement like a narrator feature, because right now I use an external app to generate the voices. I think it gives another level of immersiveness to the whole experience, so I hope they will do that. But yeah, as for the roleplay experience, definitely top notch. Highly recommend it. Yeah, you guys should check it out.